Michael Pryor. We're going to be looking at external analysis as part of your course in this section. So external analysis is about a third of the way through this strategic development model. And we're going to be looking at the SWOT analysis in terms of opportunities and threats. So Porter's 5 forces looks at the external environment, looks at the competitive rivalry, the threat of new entrants, competitors, bargaining power of your suppliers in terms of rare resources and demand, and the threat of substitution. Is there a disruptive product, service, or price that can affect you? And finally, the bargaining power of buyers, new buyer trends, hard and soft trends. So on the right of your screen you have Porter's model, and you can see you have threats of new entrants at the top. On the right hand side, bargaining power of buyers. Moving around you have threat of substitutes, products or services, and then on the left the bargaining power of suppliers. And all of this creates rivalry amongst existing competitors. On the top left hand side you can see a way that you can actually grade the level of threat, and it would go from obviously low to high, and this is a good way of using both these models to identify where you have issues. So looking at the external environment in terms of opportunities, again these are some of them, the key ones. Are there emerging new markets for your products on a global basis or national basis? New emerging trends and patterns, and this can be hard or soft trends. A broader range of customer needs. So looking at this, are there changing customer needs? Is there a new way to bundle products that you offer? Now this could be bundling them products that you supply, or combining with a new partner to offer a new product. A new way to deliver products, or is the demand for complementary products or services that you offer? Are there complacent or weak competitors that aren't developing their services? Is there a supply of new qualified workers that you can access? Is there favourable legislation and subsidies available? Is there new technology? Are there networks, partnerships, alliance or mergers that you can use to add value? So questions for you. What are your changing customer needs? Are there new ways to bundle your products and services? Are there new ways to deliver your products and services? Is there demand from your customers for complementary products and services? So think about these 4 different questions, because all of these can add value to your organization. So external, looking at the SWOT analysis in terms of threats. Emerging current and new competitors. Increase in substitutes. Decreased demand for your products. Ambitious and strong competitors. A hostile public attitude towards your product, your firm or your services. Do you have issues with capital and funding? Are there new risk factors, both internally and externally, if they're combined? A shortage of critical raw materials? Is there price pressure, depending on where you are in your life cycle? Global entities, pest factors, which we're going to look at in a minute, changing consumer buying patterns, and global environmental issues. All of these threats require you to have ongoing external foresight and research to see what's going on within your industry and outside your industry. The pest analysis externally looks at the political, economic, social, and technology issues in terms of your external environment. This is a very long, complicated list, but again, if you stop the video, or you can go to the PowerPoints, you can actually go through these and work through this in terms of your organization. So some of these in terms of political are future legislation, international legislation, government change, trading policies, wars and conflict. All of that falls under the political aspect. Moving down under the social aspects, you've got life cycle trends, demographic changes, law changes affecting social factors, ethnic, religious factors, ethical issues. So all of those fall under the social aspects. Moving to the top right, we look at economic trends, overseas economies, taxation, different market route trends in terms of transportation, customer and end user drivers. Under technology, you have research funding, you have consumer buying patterns, innovation potential, technology access. So again, these are some of the items for you to think about in terms of your external analysis that give you headings to work under. On a broader scale, if we look to the next slide, you've got a lot of the different headings we've talked about in terms of internal and external analysis. Again, you can go to the PowerPoints, or you can stop the video and work through some of these for your SWOT analysis. Now, from that SWOT analysis, what you need to do is to determine the 4 key findings for each one of these in terms of your internal strengths, internal weaknesses, external opportunities, and external threats. What are the 4 most critical items under each one of these headings? And this will take some time to work through these and determine what they are.